And we are live, Danielle. How are
Hey,
you today?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm great, but there's people on here looking at this in Donna's feed going, wait, that guy is not Donna St. Louis.
No, just a little different, just a little bit.
Yeah, so for those of you that may not know me, my name is Doug. I am the FyreSavvy Client Concierge and Mindset Coach in FyreSavvy land, also known as DFresh. And Donna and Chanel are actually in Montego Bay, Jamaica, with another
Hmm.
client of ours, Miss Deanna Jean, the collab queen, who's doing another international collaboration retreat down in Jamaica. So they are down there this week supporting Deanna and the Success Tribe. So I am back here holding down the fort, and we're doing a little bit of a takeover session on Donna's feed. So shh,
I know,
don't
right?
tell her, okay, Danielle?
I won't. I'm
And I
excited.
am joined by Miss Danielle Fisher. Danielle, would
Yeah,
you please introduce yourself and share
I
to
sure
everybody
will.
what you do, who you serve, and the transformational results that you deliver?
Yes, I am Danielle Fisher, and I am the CEO of Creations by Jimmy's Daughter and your faux floral design coach extraordinaire. I work with experienced women of color creatives who are ready to elevate their design skills and make more bank through their online marketplace. And I do this because the world should know how phenomenal we are and that we deserve not only a seat at the table, but we deserve the whole damn table.
Absolutely, the
Yeah,
whole damn table.
exactly.
I love it. I love it. And Danielle, for some people who might be listening and they're like, ooh, design coach, can
Mhm.
you just share a little bit more and maybe even like an example of what you do? Because I find it fascinating. I've seen some of your work and it is beautiful. And people,
Thank
once they see it, they're just talking about it. I even saw somebody who received one of your designs in the mail and they made this whole video and reel because they were so excited to
you.
get
Know
it,
when the
put it on
fabulous.
their door and everything. So I would love for you to just share a little bit more about what's design coach and what does that mean?
Well, design coach means I design. I'm gonna show you something.
Okay, cool.
So this is one of my faux floral designs.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. That
Yeah.
is beautiful.
So yep. So I design with faux florals. They last forever, which makes them fabulous, even more fabulous. And so I teach other creatives who love to play in the flowers. I also teach them how to play in some flowers, but I teach them different things that they may not have tried before. Teaching them whether it's colors, how to use greenery, how to put them together, and we do wreaths, all home decor, or for decor for events. I've even done a beautiful bridal bouquet for my biz bestie, and that was definitely something from the heart, which is one of the things I love about designing is that we all love what we do. Like we're very passionate about it. And
Yeah.
so that's the biggest ingredient in all of our designs is love. So
Yeah. I love that. And you've been doing this for quite a while, correct?
long time. Yes, I
Yeah.
have.
And that's
I've been
why I
designing
think
since
all
my
of your
kids were
work.
little.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what was that?
I'm sorry. I've been designing since my kids were little and they
Oh
are
my
young
gosh.
adults now.
Yeah, well, no wonder your designs stand out from everybody else's and why people are always trying to get to you like, hey, can you teach me how to do this? Can you show me how to do that? So now it's all coming together and makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. So
It's
you are a Fire Savvy insider and you
mhm,
joined our last Fire Savvy Sales Superstar Academy. And
mhm.
I'm just curious, what was going on in your world that made you want to join the Sales Superstar Academy in the first place?
Well, I think like most people, even though I am an entrepreneur and have been in this area in this arena for a minute, and I've also been coaching for a minute, um, sales was just yucky to me. So it was
Mm,
something that I just feared, I didn't want to
yeah.
talk about the money, all of those things. And I guess it always made me think of car salesmen, you
Oh,
know? So,
yep.
and I didn't want to be that person. So, I figured I'd better learn, and I know And I knew then that Donna and Chanel have this proven method of doing sales. But what is so special to me about it is that Donna, as being one of the top salespeople in the world, then she has a way of teaching us how to sell like women, who we are,
Mm,
right?
yep.
So that I don't have to become somebody else that I'm not comfortable with. I can be
Right.
myself and talk to my ideal clients. And what else that helped is that with this proven method, it not only helped me connect with my ideal client, at the sales table, but also in my content so that I
Oh,
can reach them. That was heavy for me.
yeah. So it kind of helped you even like nail down your messaging a little bit more
Yes.
and like really
Yes.
speak more directly to your dream client.
Exactly. Hmm.
I love that. So I got to follow up here with another question because you
Sure.
shared something and I love this. You said sell like women.
Hmm.
Now, for some people who may not know what you mean by that, can you just explain like what some of the differences are? Like, for
Hmm.
instance, like what your concept of what it meant to sell before the sales academy, and then what you learned that fits you more as a woman that you feel is like more authentic to who you are. Can you kind
Sure.
of just articulate that a little bit?
Sure. So before the sales academy, when I think of sales, like I said, like a car salesman, um, it seemed pushy, right? It
Yep.
seemed pushy in your face. And at sometimes it felt like, kind of desperate, I guess is
Mm,
the word that I'm looking for.
yep.
And um, just not in touch with the
Hmm.
person. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So I think the way women are just different. We're
I've
very
heard.
special. Yeah, we're very special, but
Absolutely. Absolutely.
we rule the world as it is.
Yes.
But no, it's just I think we have a different way of connecting, and we connect, I feel like, on a more emotional level.
Yes.
And I know as a buyer, I my purchases are made on emotional levels. So for me to be able to connect with someone on that same level and be able to share with them how my programs or my products can change their life,
Yeah.
and answer the mail for them, that they, be the solution that they have been looking for and may not realize it before they met me, then, you know, that that's gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, that was amazing, Danielle. I've never heard anybody kind of point out some of the nuances in the way that you did. So that was just brilliant how you explained that because I know exactly what you're saying and I can feel that difference, but
Mhm.
you shared it in a way that I've never heard it explained before. And that was really, really good. When you were talking about like the car salesman and the pushy, pushy, pushy stuff, a lot of that comes from that like old kind of, we call it like that bro mentality, the
Right.
dudeish tactics, like
Yeah.
always pushing,
Yeah.
and that hard charging thing where it's like ABC, always be closing. Or sometimes
Mhm.
people use like a question driven strategy where it's just their which ends up turning into more of an interrogation.
Exactly.
And sometimes it doesn't feel organic and authentic and genuine.
Mhm.
And so this approach, and for anyone who might be listening and wondering like, well, what is this? You can actually download a complimentary PDF of exactly the framework that we're talking about by just going to salessuperstar.net, and you can get your own complimentary copy so you know
Mhm.
exactly what we're talking about right now.
Right.
Um, and so I think one of the things that makes this most unique is that it's a curiosity based strategy
Yes.
versus like all the list of questions and what question should I ask now and the
Mhm.
hard charging, always be closing. So it's actually an always be curious.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if you can kind of speak to that and how that changed your mindset in
Ooh.
terms of how you even entered the conversation, and if and how that helped you in some way if it did.
Um, I'm glad you brought that up. It was different for me. So I had to really change my mindset, and I'm like, wow. So always I guess the best way to look at it is like you're peeling back an onion during this conversation,
Hmm.
right? And you're having the conversation with your potential client, and there's always more to the story than what they're telling you.
Right. Right.
Right. And so it really, the being curious really makes you have to listen,
Mm.
and you have to be a good listener to hear what is underneath,
Yep.
and be
Yep.
able to understand what that person's goals really are, because
Right.
they may not be what your goals were, they're not going to necessarily be the same as the next person that you talk to, but the overarching is the same, or else they wouldn't be coming to you for your program. However, there may be different reasons why, right?
Hmm.
As to
Yep.
why they're coming. And so you have to be able to listen to hear that. And I feel like with the bro marketing techniques and stuff, they're not concerned with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're just trying to get to the sale. And I feel like, I know for me in particular, and I know a lot of my, FyreSavvy fam, we care about our clients, and I'm
Hmm.
not saying that nobody else does or no other coach does or anything like that. That's not what
Right.
I'm saying, but I know how I feel. And so for me, in order for me to be who I am, that allows me to show that part of myself without feeling bad about it or feeling,
Yeah.
it makes me have to be a little vulnerable too. So I'm
Right.
able to share, because this journey as an entrepreneur is not easy. And we've all made mistakes along the way to get to the point where we are, right? And
Yeah.
so when you're having those curiosity conversations, then it allows me to share that part of myself with my client.
I love that, Danielle. Curiosity conversations.
Yeah.
I've never heard that kind of phrase that way before, but I love that. That's what it's really about. And I love what you shared too about one of the things that makes FyreSavvy different, because obviously our FyreSavvy fam is amazing. And I know how passionate you are about really
Hmm.
truly helping,
Hmm.
your clients achieve that transformational result.
Yeah.
The thing I love is that it's not about just selling and outcomes and transactions. And a lot of people are very transactional. And
Hmm.
it really is, we start with the relationship piece of it.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
really appreciated what you shared, is that the curiosity-based strategy allows you to really lean in and
Hmm.
listen and be fully present. And that is a great foundation for authentic human connection, right?
Correct.
So I love
Yes.
how you connected the dots on that. That was really, really good.
Yeah.
Um, you also said something that sometimes this entrepreneurship journey, this entrepreneurial journey, it can feel a little lonely and it can be tough at
Hmm.
times. And so one thing I wanted to ask you about is, in the 6-week FyreSavvy, the Sales Academy, we
Hmm.
actually have a 21-day challenge, an enrollment
Hmm.
challenge. And Chanel is amazing at like breaking it down in terms of very actionable little steps.
Right.
And you can earn points for these steps. And it's
Yes.
all the steps that you need to take in order to get to your result. But it's focusing on the process, and it's incentivizing the process. And we have these little contests, and we
Mhm.
form teams. And I'm just curious, like, if you wanted to share what that was like for you and how that kind of changed the game for you, if it did in any way, in terms of like making it more fun throughout that 6-week academy.
Well, let me say this, because I'm going to be real.
Absolutely.
Um,
Keep it 100.
I'm going to tell you, at first, I was like, what? Um, I thought this was about Danielle, like doing her thing. And I didn't realize that we were going to be put in teams, but I understood that there was a method to the madness. And so it does put a little bit more urgency. It puts under your behind to get out there and see, I'm being nice. I'm being nice. Um, so it puts a little urgency there for you, and to know that you are also trying to help someone else,
Yep.
so it isn't just about you, it's about your team. And, we all, whether you want to admit it or not, we all, if you're an entrepreneur, you got a little competitive spirit in you. I don't care.
You have to. You
You
have
have
to.
to,
Yeah.
else you wouldn't be out here.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, it brought on the competitive spirit in a whole bunch of folks.
It sure did. There was a lot of smack talking.
Oh
I'm
my
just so
God.
glad that you didn't participate with any of that
I
trash
know.
talking, Danielle, because I
No,
know that
I
you're
sure didn't.
way above all that, right?
No, but it was fun. It was fun, and it really, for real, it really challenged me,
Yep.
to step out of my comfort zone, because you don't grow in the comfort zone. You don't staying there. You're
Ooh,
going to be
yeah,
stagnant. So,
that's
and
good.
it really pushed me to get out of that. And so I feel, and as you know, I am an analytical overthinker.
No.
So yeah, I know. That's the lawyer in me.
Wait, I gotta write that down.
But I didn't really have time for that.
Right.
I didn't
Yep.
have time to do all of that. And so I had to just go and do. And so, it was fun. It was fun to do that. And I've been able to take those lessons that I've learned in that academy going forward with my business. So I'm really, really, really focusing on um, progress, not perfection,
Yeah, absolutely. Good for
and
you.
really just making the quicker decisions to just get it out there and do what I need to do. So
Yeah. Yep. I love that. And obviously, being able to make quicker decisions as an
mhm.
entrepreneur is extremely important,
Yes.
because what's the worst thing that can happen? You make the wrong decision, right?
Hmm.
Well,
Yep.
then you just get back up, dust yourself off, and you just get
Yep.
after it another time, right? Try something
Exactly.
different.
Yep.
So that's
Yep.
awesome. So, Danielle, what do you have coming up next? Or what's the best way for people to reach out and connect with you?
So my membership group for my design is called Design with Danielle. Go figure. And
Nice.
so we are a lot like Fire Fam. So we all consider ourselves family in
Yeah.
FyreSavvy, and the same in my group. If you ask any of the ladies in there, we are a family. We cheer each other on, we encourage each other, and that group is growing. And so
Nice.
I would love to meet some more creatives who would love to join us and get in that group and join the family with us.
Yeah.
And and not only do I, I also teach some of the business aspects of selling your things online so that you can value them and price them at the price that they should be,
Mm. Yeah.
so that you can get that table.
Right.
So, anybody that wants to chat with me about that, meetwithdanielle.org is the best place to do that. That's my calendar link, and you can hop on my schedule and we can talk about it.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. Hey, and for anybody who might be listening and they're kind of like, hey, what's this Fire Savvy Sales Academy all about and everything else? You've been an insider, you've done the Sales
Mhm.
Academy, you've been to our Unmastermind, our in-person
Mhm.
events down in Orlando at the
Yes.
mansions and everything. So if
Mhm.
there's somebody out there listening right now and they're even a little bit intrigued about this whole Fire Savvy and the upcoming Sales Academy, what would you tell them based on your experience?
Oh my God, do it. Like, stop thinking about it and just do it. Like, listen, if you're an entrepreneur, you cannot get away from sales, or else you are not an entrepreneur. It is what it is, right?
Right.
So you might as well like what you're doing, learn the proven method, how to do it, and so that it takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
It takes the pressure off of it so that you are having conversations, not sales talk. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So
I like that.
I am telling everybody I know that they need to just do it. It is 6 weeks and it will change your business. It will change your life and how you approach things. So, yes.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And again, for
Mhm.
anybody who's listening, if they want the formula, they can actually get a complimentary PDF download just by going to salessuperstar.net. Check it out for yourself. And if
Yes.
you're interested, you can always hit me up. I'm always happy to have a conversation if you have more questions. You can find me. It's meetwithdog.net. I know that's a tough one. I actually had to think about it though. I'm like, is it .com? No, it's not. So it's actually meetwithdoug.net. And when you download the salessuperstar.net, when you go there, there's also a chance to get on Donna and Chanel's calendar if you are ready to take action and have that like, okay, yeah, I want to have a conversation and I'm ready to go. You can actually get on Donna and Chanel's calendar as well. But hit me up if you have any other questions. Danielle, thank you so much. By the way, I got to tell you, that purple looks fabulous on you. That is absolutely your color. You're just shining right now.
Thank you.
I love it. And I noticed it matched the floral design too. Pull that over one more time.
I know, right? Right. Isn't it amazing how I just,
serious.
you know.
Yeah, that looks amazing. It looks amazing. So thank you so much for sharing all of your insight and your experience and for taking the time to have this conversation. I love it when we have a chance to get together. It's always fun.
Yes, it is. And y'all have, when y'all talk to Doug, you're going to realize why we call him Doug the Hug.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind. I appreciate it. Well, you have a wonderful evening, and I will look forward to talking to you soon. Okay, Danielle?
All right. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Thanks. Bye.